A complete sentence for your topic sentence, we can move on to the next part, which is writing our big idea sentences. So let's go back to our planner. We have our topic sentence that's already done, and we're going to take a look at our big ideas, or the yellows here. I need to take one of them at a time and make them into a sentence because I only wrote one word or one or two words to put my ideas down. So now I have to take this and turn it into a sentence. As I'm thinking through this, I can also go to the cover of my journal and take a look at this middle part here, which goes over some tips and some transition words to go with big idea sentences. So as I take a closer look, I have my first big idea, which mine was water, and it has some transition words. So I would want to start my sentence with one of these two words. So this chart goes across like this. My first one, I would choose one of these transition words. With my second big idea sentence, I would choose one of these three, second, another, or next. And then with my third big idea sentence, I would go across like this and choose either third, finally, or last to begin my sentence with. Since I'm right here at the top, I'm going to choose one of these ones. So my big idea was water. I'm going to choose one as my transition word to start my sentence with. Again, before I write, I need to talk it out, whether that's with a partner or whether that's recording yourself on Seesaw. So the sentence I'm going to write is, one thing plants need is water. I have my big idea that I wrote in my planner, and I have a transition word, and it will be a complete sentence. So now that I talked that through, I go back to my page with my writing, and I can add that on there. One thing plants need is water. Again, before moving on, I need to make sure it's a 5-star sentence. It's got capital letters at the beginning. It's got punctuation. It's got a who, and it's got a what. It's my full sentence. One thing plants need is water. So now that I have that and I've ended it with a period, it's a full sentence, then I can move on to my next big idea. So my next big idea on my planner was soil. So again, I'm going to go back to the front. I'm going to choose a transition word to start my sentence with. This time I'm going to go with another. So I have to talk it out first. And I am going to have my sentence be, another thing they need is soil. Now that I've talked it out and I am happy with my sentence, I can write it on the next line here. Another thing they need is soil. Notice again, it's a complete sentence. Starts with a capital letter, ends with a period, has those finger spaces, everything that includes a 5-star sentence. Once I've written my second big idea sentence, I'm ready for the next thing. As I look on my planner, my next thing is my third big idea sentence, which is sun, or getting sunlight. So I need to think of how I can make sun into a sentence. I can't just write sun. As I write my big idea sentences, it does have to be a full sentence. And I like to just think about how I would talk to somebody about it. I wouldn't just say sun or plants sun. So looking back at my cover and my transition words, again, I'm going to choose one of those. I'm going to choose finally, and then I'm going to talk it out. So I want my sentence to say, finally, plants need to be somewhere they can get sunlight. Now that I've talked it out, I can write it. Finally, plants need to be somewhere they can get sunlight. So I have that full sentence again, making sure it starts with a capital letter, ends with a period. Those are two major things that first graders tend to miss when they are writing their big idea sentence.